Lagos, 7:43 in the morning. The sun was already doing the most and so was one very dangerous man. Meet Emeka, 28, at his suya for breakfast. Had no business being this fine at 7 a.m.
Emeka, 20 minutes. You won't buy tomato or you won't marry the tomato seller. Kelly God took his time.
And then she appeared. Yellow dress. Ada walked like the market owed her money.
These useless men and they are staring. God, I beg.
One glance, then she looked away like he was a pothole.
Kelly, she talked. Did you hear her voice? She insulted you.
I know, it was beautiful. He straightened his Ankara, fixed his toothpick, and walked toward her like a man who had never been rejected.
Excuse me, fine girl.
Also, no.
I haven't even finished my sentence.
Your face finished it for you.
Emeka, they don't collect you, oh.
Even the goat was embarrassed for him.
I'll marry that girl.
He had known her for 30 seconds, but what they didn't know, Ada had a lister, and the sister had already seen him first. Nwosu family compound, Surulere. Evening time. The egusi soup was ready, the generator was running, and trouble was just walking through the gate.
Chisom, 24, box braids, hoodie, Nike slides, completely minding her business.
You're back. Why is your face like NEPA took light from it? Some foolish boy in the market was disturbing me. Just standing there being too fine and too annoying at the same time. Wait, fine and annoying? That combination has a name. What's his name? I didn't ask. Ada, what is wrong with you? Description. Give me description. Now. Tall. Dark. Ankara shirt. Low fade. Tribal mark. Driving a Civic. Toothpick in his mouth like he owns the atmosphere. White Nike Air Force? How did you know that? Because I saw him first. 2 weeks ago, Balogun bus stop. He smiled at me and I've been dreaming about that smile since. Chisom. Don't chisom me with that voice. I went back to that bus stop 3 times, Ada. 3.
Why una they shout? The egusi is burning and una here they do theater.
Sorry, ma.
Which man una don't start to fight over this time?
Dead silence. Ada looked down, Chisom looked up, and Mama's wooden spoon pointed at both of them like it had GPS.
God will judge both of you.
I saw him first. He spoke to me.
2 sisters, one crossed away, my king's
White son.
completely unaware that a war had been declared in his name.
Emeka's apartment, Yaba, small but sharp, jollof rice going cold, fan spinning, and one man sitting with a problem he created himself. And there was Kelechi, lying on Emeka's couch like he signed a lease.
So you're telling me you couldn't even get her number?
She called your face a sentence. That's actually creative. I like her already. Kelly, focus. How do I find her? In Lagos of 12 million people, you want to find someone you saw once in Surulere market?
I remember everything. Yellow dress, gold earrings, lip gloves, she bought red peppers, which means she cooked.
Which means millions of women in Lagos cook. Or maybe you the mad?
I'm going back to that market. When? Every day, until I see her.
Every day. My friend, get a grip. You become a rat.
Love requires sacrifice, Kilo. He was already ironing a new Ankara shirt. Different one, still fitted.
Okay, fine. But at least buy something so you don't look like a stalker.
Good idea. What should I buy?
Pepper, since she buys pepper.
Genius. We'll have something in common.
I regret everything I have ever said to this man.
Day 1, Emeka went. No Ada. Day 2, no Ada. Day 3, 3 bags of pepper he did not need and still no Ada.
You're the guy who was staring at my sister?
Emeka turned around. Different light skin, same gold earrings, braids, strawberry perfume, and a smile that could reroute a man's entire destiny.
Your sister, wow. Sister?
I'm Chisom. And you owe me an introduction because I saw you first.
He went looking for Ada. He forgot to found Chisom.
A small buka near the market. Plastic chairs, loud Afrobeats. Pekem-looking team doing for Ada. He sat down with Chisom, and 45 minutes disappeared like they were nothing.
And then the goat chased the NEPA official down the whole street. Stop, that is not
What's
possible.
life? The man ran from Aguda to Ojo. You're lying.
I never lie about goats and NEPA. These are sacred subjects.
And then Emeka looked at her, really looked. She was funny, not trying to be funny. Dangerously funny, and her braids kept falling over her face and she kept blowing them away with her bottom lip.
Emeka, careful.
You and your sister, you're not alike at all.
Grinning proudly. Ada is the fine, serious one. I'm the fine, fun one. We cover everything. She's really not easy to approach.
Something moved across Emeka's face, something complicated. Like a man who came with one name in his chest and felt something else trying to write itself there instead.
And you?
And you? What are you like when you love someone?
Loud. Embarrassed. I'll send you 47 meals a day and cook jollof rice at midnight for no reason.
Doesn't sound.
You came here for Ada, didn't you?
I saw her in the market and
I know, she told me. But you're still here, with me, after 45 minutes.
I know.
This is going to be complicated, isn't it?
Probably.
The Afro beats kept playing, the pepper soup kept steaming, and neither of them moved. Outside, across the street, Ada walked past the buka. She glanced in through the open door. She saw Emeka. She saw Chisom. She stopped. Her face did something quick, something real, something she shut down before anyone could name it. Then she walked on. But in Lagos, silence from a sharp-mouthed woman is more dangerous than any shout.
Nwosu sitting room, nighttime, generator humming, TV on, nobody watching. Ada was reading, and then the door opened.
I met the toothpick man today. His name is Emeka, Anambra man, import business. He's funny, well, not as funny as me, but he laughs at the right things. Ada, I think I like him. He came to the market 3 days in a row looking for me. He told. And you still like him? People change direction, Ada. You reject him. I didn't know him.
Same? It is not same thing. If una break my TV with una voice, I will break una head.
Sorry, Ma.
Mama Nwosu didn't even enter the room. She didn't need to. Her voice alone rearranged the furniture.
I'm not asking your permission, Ada. I'm telling you. And unto you, that man looked at me like he was reading a love letter as distraction behavior. Or maybe he genuinely likes me and you're just pressed because you walked away.
That landed. Ada's jaw tightened. She stood up, closed her book, and something shifted in the room.
Invite him to Sunday dinner.
What?
Invite Sunday dinner. If he genuinely likes you, he'll behave. If he doesn't, we'll know. Why does we'll know sound like a trap?
Emeka had been invited to Sunday dinner. He didn't know the woman who rejected him would be sitting at the same table. Sunday afternoon, ofe onugbu, pounded yam, fried fish, chilled malt. The food smelled incredible. The situation smelled like trouble.
Okay, be calm, be respectful, don't stare at. Kelechi tried to follow him.
Emeka, let me come. You need backup.
Go home, Kele. Yes, I'm here.
Come in, wipe your shoes.
He wiped his already clean shoes twice.
Emeka, you came! Why do you look like you've seen a ghost?
Nothing, the house is just big.
It's a face me, I face you apartment, Emeka. Be serious.
Mama Nwosu sat down. She looked at Emeka for a long time.
You're the boy.
Good afternoon, Ma. God bless this house, Ma.
Which one do you want? What? I have 2 daughters. He's been seen with Biof. I'm asking which one. We're adults here.
He came to the market 3 days looking for me, Mama. Then he found Chisom.
Ma, with all due respect, I came as Chisom's boy.
Is this true?
Ma, technically.
Technically is not an answer. Pounded yam get cold.
Emeka, say Chisom. Say Chimo.
Who is that?
Nobody continue.
4 people, 1 window, 0 explanations.
Chisom, your food is getting cold. Emeka, I'm still waiting.
The pounded yam was getting cold. Mama wanted a direct answer. Kelechi was hiding under a window, and somewhere in Emeka's chest, 2 names were fighting for the same heartbeat. And the soup kept steaming. After dinner, Mama had retired. Chisom was washing plates inside, and the compound held its breath as two people stepped outside for air that had nothing to do with air.
Emeka stepped outside. He needed air. What he got instead was Ada.
You didn't answer my mother's question.
It was a complicated question.
It was a yes or no question.
Not for me, it wasn't.
Say what you want to say, Emeka.
When I saw you in that market, Ada, I felt like my chest got rearranged. Like someone moved furniture inside me without asking. You walked away, and I should have let it go. But then I met Chisom, and she's the kind of person who makes the whole world feel easier. She laughs like nobody owes her anything.
So which is it?
I don't know.
It sounds like a man who doesn't know what he wants and is about at someone who doesn't deserve it.
I'm not trying to.
My sister cried over a man who ghosted her last year. I watched her. I'm not watching that again.
I didn't know that.
Now you do.
And in that silence, something passed between them. Something that had no name yet, but both of them felt it.
What if I said it was you? From the beginning.
Then I'd say you have a strange way of showing it by taking my sister to Buka for 45 minutes. How long have you two been out here?
The compound was quiet. The bulb was flickering, and Chisom had heard just enough.
The compound was quiet, the bulb was flickering, and Chisom heard just enough to understand everything, and not enough to be wrong about it. Strawberry perfume, gold beads, still, some silences break louder than any shout.
Emeka had wisely excused himself. He was now sitting in his Honda Civic outside the compound gate, praying to 7 different saints.
Jesus, Mary, Joseph, anybody.
Tell me what he said. Word for word, Ada, don't manage me. He said he felt something when he saw me in the market, that's all. That's all? Wow. Wow. So this whole time, nothing happened. Nothing. You know what's funny? I told him you were a serious one and fun one. I literally handed him a curse, and I chose wrong. Which one did you choose, Ada? I haven't chosen anything. But you want to. And her silence was the loudest thing in the room. Okay, I hear you. Chisom, listen to me. I'm going to bed. For the record, I genuinely liked him. Not because he was fine, because he laughed at all my jokes and looked at me like I was interesting. Nobody looks at me like that when you're in the room, Ada.
Chisom went to her room. Ada sat alone, the egusi pot still warm on the stove, and the house holding the shape of everything that just happened, and Ada said to herself,
Neither of us should want him.
Outside, Emeka's car. Kelechi had materialized in the passenger seat. Nobody knows how. Nobody asked. How bad? Both of them are hurt. Chin? Kelechi, I can love both of them. In different ways. And I don't know what to do with that. My friend. Run.
Chisom was in her room. Ada was sitting with cold egusi. Kelechi was giving sensible advice for the first time in his life. But Emeka never runs. 6 months later, Emeka had chosen or tried to choose he and Ada official. 3 months, Chisom polite. Correct, cold, the compound felt like a fridge with curtains.
Ada, Emeka is at Lagos Island General.
His blood pressure I'm coming.
She hung up, grabbed her bag, then old habit called Chisom.
Chisom, Emeka's in hospital. Which hospital?
3 seconds. That pause carried 6 months of complicated feelings. And then she got up anyway.
They arrived at the same time. Neither of them planned that. They stood at the entrance, looking at each other. 6 months of cold compound silence standing between them. Then Ada walked forward, and Chisom walked with her.
He's been overworking, stress, no food. You know how he is, running around for everyone else and forgetting himself.
Foolish man. Same breath, same voice almost. 6 months of cold and they were still the same. We say the same things. We always did.
Something cracked. Not everything, not yet, but something. The kind of crack that lets light back in.
Inside the ward, who walked through markets like a declaration, looking pale and thoroughly embarrassed. If this is his heaven, someone made us a scheduling error.
Don't joke, we were scared.
You came.
Don't make it a thing.
You came too.
I still like your stupid face, even if you're an idiot.
I told my daughters not to love a man they'd have to share. And here we are. In the hospital, all of us, because of your own carelessness.
I'm sorry, Ma.
Sorry won't clear your drip. But since we're all here, let's talk. Properly. Like people with sense.
Both sisters at his bedside. Mama in the chair, Kelechi holding a magazine upside down.
1 year later, Emeka was gone. His heart was bigger than his body could carry. That's what the doctor said. The kind of man who loved too wide for one chest to hold.
They traveled together to Anambra, Ada and Chisom. They held hands for the first time in a year at the graveside.
3 months after the burial, something grew at the edge of the compound, in the exact patch of soil where Emeka used to park his Civic, where he'd stand eating suya looking too fine for anyone's peace.
Ada, come and see this. She didn't say what it was.
She didn't need to. Something in her voice made Ada come immediately.
One stem, two faces. That's him, isn't it? Too dramatic not to be. Of course he couldn't just go. Of course he had to come back as a flower and be confusing. He couldn't choose in life, so in death he just said, both. You know this is still annoying, right? Mama came out.
She saw them crying and laughing over a flower. She looked at the flower for a long time, then at her daughters, then at the flower again.
Whatever he was honest about it eventually.
And then Kelechi arrived, as he always did, from nowhere, unannounced, completely himself. He saw the flower, he looked at it, didn't change, he looked at the flower again.
Still in the middle of two women.
Kelechi! I'm just saying the truth! The truth is not a sin!
He ran. They chased him halfway down the street, crying and laughing at the same time.
The flower stood behind them, two faces open, both catching sunlight. A man who cannot choose does not protect anyone, not the ones he loves, not himself.